we were talking, and you mentioned the Ogoni people would have to come together and make the conversations happen to know what direction to take. And I asked you, how possible is that coming together, given the fact that, there seem to be a lot of divides on political fronts, and, who should get what contract or not get front, on, who should be the leader of the groups, like MOSOP, and I hear there are other groups as well. So what's your take on that one?
I think it's a welcome development, actually, because they are very, very, very important conversations that Ogoni people have been shying away from having for certain reasons. You mentioned the divisions and all that. There's a reason for that, actually. The Ogoni people are still trying to recover. They are reeling from a very, very traumatic event, an event that very few ethnic nationalities in this country can actually, feel, or rather have actually experienced, apart from the Ogoni people. Like I mentioned earlier, you had an event that wiped out an entire leadership, and you had accidental leaders who tried to fill in that position after the loss. And these people largely failed to garner the support or win the trust of a plurality of Ogoni people. And that's where the distrust started, because there was a lot of anger, there was a lot of frustrations about the things that have happened, and that lack of trust. And the fact that these people failed to gain the trust of Ogoni people meant that the leaders that emerged could not bring Ogoni people together to have these important conversations that would have helped Ogoni people move past the things that have happened in the past. So what happened is what you're seeing, or what you've seen, or what you've noticed, like divisions here, factions here, is a lack of trust. But what this meeting with the president has done is that, for example, you have people, the delegation was over 55. You have people which on a normal day they wouldn't be in the same room together. But
they're still the same leaders who happen to feel the positions you talked about. They are the political, a few of them are members of the political class that have been since the return of democracy in 1999.
Yes.
I don't want to point to any particular person, but you know them. And these are the people who have been trying to navigate all through these years, and with little or no results. So what is the guarantee that they can now lead, or navigate the ship to land?
Well, it's a mix. It's a mix. The delegation was mixed with the same people. You can say, okay, these are the same people, and other people, to a certain extent, have won the trust of Ogoni people, or based on the fact that they probably have not occupied high offices or political offices. Mostly, you're not an Ogoni person, so we probably would not recognize them.
Okay.
So it's an
so
even mix.
It was a mix of the old and the new.
The old and the should I say the good, the bad, the ugly? It was that. Everybody was there. And if you notice, the response, the feedback from that meeting, there has not been that backlash. It's like for a long time, Ogoni people are tired, and we understand that we need to move past these things. We need to chart a new path forward, and that meeting is going to force these conversations to be had, and despite the anger that we might have at each other for things that probably fathers or whatever that has happened in the past, we now understand that things need to change, and we need to have these roundtable conversations. And I'm happy that the president actually let them know there that, okay, you're not here to present anything to me. You have to go back. You have to have these conversations. Meet yourselves.